How do you assess his power after being in there for 12?
He got decent power. He got decent power for sure. I ain't gonna say it's exaggerated. I told you I got a chin. I ain't going like that. It's just not gonna happen. But like I said, I see why he knocked people out, and I think he felt my power too. Like, I think that's what negated a lot of his shots. And once I took his best shot, I was like, oh yeah, it's time to roll. Like I said, I knew I had a chin. I mean, I spar guys that were like junior middleweights, like current champions that was at that weight. So I know I can take a punch. He's twitchy in there. Like, I do see why he knocked people out. I mean, like, being up close and personal, obviously I seen it on the TV like that, but I understand why he knocked people out. I'm not going to tell y'all because y'all going to tell him.
Gervonta Davis just dropped a training video that's got the entire boxing world doing double takes. And if you're Lamont Roach, you might be rethinking everything. Because what Tank just showed the world, it's not just a workout montage. It's a warning shot. It's a straight-up statement. And the message is loud and clear. I'm coming to destroy. From violent, thudding punches that echo like gunshots, to slick, lightning-speed footwork that's almost inhumanness, is a version of Tank we haven't seen before. Sharper, meaner, scarier, and most importantly, hungry. Roach fans, you might want to look away. Because if this video is any hint of what's coming on Fight Night, Lamont's in serious danger. Let's break it all down, the brutal details in Tank's training, the mental warfare behind the video, and why this new version of Gervonta Davis might be the most dangerous he's ever been. So, the second this video hit the timeline, it exploded. Clips of Tank throwing bombs on the heavy beige each punch, sounding like it could break ribs. Pad work with Derek James that looked like it came straight from a video game. Slip drills where he's moving like he's glitching out of the Matrix. And let's not forget the cold stare at the camera after every set, no words. Just pure menace. This wasn't just content for fans. It was psychological warfare. Gervonta knows how to play this game. Drop a clip with the right lighting, the right sound design, the perfect combo of speed, power, and aggression. And you don't just go viral, you send a message. And make no mistake, that message was for Lamont Roach. Tank's basically saying, if you think I'm slipping, if you think this is your moment to take me down, think again.
Some people just go away and be...
But you specifically?
Me? First of all, I get a camp house, out here. Like day one in the camp, I start running probably like, it's different times. I might don't feel like running in the morning. I might run at night, It all depends what fits you. Like, I run in the morning. If I don't, I'll run at night. Train probably like 2 or 3. If I want to do something again, I train at night. Or I run. And that'll be it. But when I'm in camp, I really don't go outside. Like, it's hard for me to go outside, so I just be in the gym and home.
Now, let's talk physique for a second. Gervonta is shredded right now. No bloating, no sloppiness, no signs of taking it easy. He's walking around with veins popping out his arms, shoulders looking carved out of granite, and abs like he's mid-camp, not just getting started. And it's not just for aesthetics. Spotty is built for war. Strength-wise, the torque in his punches is wild. You can literally see the rotation in his hips and shoulders as he unleashes hooks that look like they could knock out a charging bull. And don't even get me started on his footwork. Tank's always had elite movement, but now it's more calculated, more intentional. He's moving with purpose-cutting angles, pivoting out of range, always setting traps. This is the Gervonta Davis who's learned, who's studied, who's evolved. And if you're Lamont Roach, that has to be terrifying. Plus, let's not forget who's behind the madness, Derek James. This is the guy who trained Errol Spence, Jermell Charlo, and Frank Martin. Now he's locked in with Tank, and you can already see the fingerprints all over the training. There's more structure now, more polish, more defensive fluidity. Instead of just relying on power and explosiveness, Tank's adding layered technique head movement, range control, high-level setups. He's slipping shots with surgical precision, rolling punches like Floyd, and coming back with counters that look scary, efficient. This version of Tank ain't just dangerous. He's complete. You know, Derek's cooking up something special for Roach. It's not just about beating him. It's about embarrassing him. Making a statement that Gervonta's not just a knockout artist, he's a technician, too. Let's talk about Lamont Roach for a second. Because ever since that video dropped, he has been dead silent. And honestly, can you blame him? When your opponent's out here looking like a superhuman Terminator, with speed and power you can't even simulate in sparring, what do you even do? Let's not forget, this isn't the first time these two went at it. In their first fight, Lamont Roach shocked the boxing world when he stepped into the ring and made Gervonta Davis look ordinary. That night, Tank didn't move like the killer we're used to. His timing was off, his power didn't land the way it normally does, and Lamont was tagging him clean.
I think it's dangerous for him to go back in there and fight Lamont. I think Lamont is a hell of a fighter. I can see that going left. So he better be on his A game.
The fight ended in a majority draw, but everybody from fans to analysts to retired champs swore Lamont edged it. The biggest moment? That controversial knee Tank took in the later rounds. Some say it was a slip, others say it was exhaustion, but to a lot of folks watching it, looked like Tank quit for a split second.
What was going through your mind when you heard the decision?
Nobody like a draw, you know, from a guy that get knockouts and things like that. But it's cool. I feel like if we fight again, I could do more, and I should have did more. I was lost in the. I lost track in the rounds. That's why we need what is it called? Yeah, man. I didn't know what round it was. Facts.
Tank, Eric Blum from DailyMail.com. First off, your coach just said, can you confirm, did you get your hair done 2 days before the fight?
Yeah. I ran water over it today, but I must ain't do it enough.
Can you describe what the feeling was like in the ring? And was it to get the towel out, to get the burn out of your eyes, or what was going on? And
I didn't want to get caught. I didn't want to get caught while my eyes was burning, and you know, like you can get knocked out like that. So I'd rather take the knee than But I didn't really know that you can like get disqualified for all that, or like when you start counting, I'm like, what the hell? But I don't know. It's cool.
Do you want that rematch next? And if so, how likely it is that we're to see that fight happen again this year?
I'm not sure, bro. I'm definitely not sure, but hopefully we could get it before. Nah, it probably won't be this year.
Is that the one you want next?
It's definitely the one I want next, but it's not gonna be next.
What is?
You might see it in a minute. You definitely might see it in a minute.
And in that moment, the myth of Gervonta Davis took a hit. Lamont exposed holes. He showed the world that Tank could be pushed, broken, and outboxed.
If that was kind of a knockdown, I would win the majority decision. Honestly, I thought I should have won without that. But the rules do state if you voluntarily take a knee, then that's an automatic 8 count.
But now, fast forward to today, and it feels like Tank is locked in like never before. These new training clips show a version of Gervonta that's cleaner, faster, and way more lethal. It's giving old school, pre-2020 Tank energy. And if this is the Tank that walks into the rematch, Roach is in for a different kind of nightmare. We always talk about Gervonta's knockout power, but let's get technical for a second. What makes his power so scary isn't just the raw strength, it's the way he generates it. Tank combines kinetic linking using his legs, hips, and core in perfect sync to generate force, with perfect timing and elite accuracy. That's why even his short shots can shut the lights out. It's not just brute force, it's science. Plus, his punch selection is elite. He'll bait you with a jab, get you to lean just an inch too far, and then boom uppercut or check hook to end the night. It's that split-second decision-making that separates Tank from other punchers.
Just overall being something that he's not been in the ring with. I'm the total package, and honestly, sometimes I think he doubts himself. But I'm a competitor, and I feel like I'm the best. So I'm a show.
When he talks about you not bringing your family, what goes through your mind when you hear him say that?
I ain't worried about that.
Roach might be a solid technician, but if he gets touched once by one of those perfectly timed bombs, it could be over before it starts. Tank isn't just training his body, he's training his mind. That video, that was chess, not checkers. He's setting the tone, controlling the narrative, and planting seeds of doubt in Roach's head before they even touch gloves. Every jab in the mirror, every slow motion flex, every close-up of those killer eye sits, all part of the mental warfare. Because when you can make your opponent fear you before the bell rings, you've already got the edge. Tank's energy is different right now. This isn't cocky Tank. This is calculated, dangerous. I've got something to prove, Tank. And that might be the scariest version we've ever seen. Lamont Roach even do? Outbox him? Good luck. Tank's defense is cleaner than ever, and his footwork is leveled up.
Lamont Roach in training camp, ready for one of the biggest rematches in 2025 against Gervonta Tank Davis, one of the biggest faces in boxing. What a
Try to walk him down? Bad idea, you're walking into nuclear bombs. Survive and hope for the cards? Not likely. Tank doesn't let fights go the distance when he smells blood. Roach's only shot is to be perfect. And I mean perfect for every round. No mistakes, no missteps, no standing still. Because the second he freezes up, Tank's gonna capitalize. That's a scary place to be in. The comments section under that video? Straight chaos. Even casual fans are realizing this fight might not last long. Boxing Twitter is already placing bets on which round Roach gets stopped. Some are saying 5th, others are calling 3rd. But almost nobody believes this goes the distance. And if Tank keeps training like this, it probably won't. Look, boxing has its moments, but every now and then, we get a chilling reminder of what elite looks like. And right now, Gervonta Davis isn't just elitist, looking unstoppable. This day one training video isn't just hype, it's proof. Proof that Tank is locked in, focused, and ready to make a violent statement. Lamont Roach might have signed up for a rematch, but what he's walking into feels more like a war zone. So, what do you think? Is Roach getting slept early? Or do you think he's got something up his sleeve that can neutralize Tank's power? Drop your predictions in the comments. Smash that like and make sure to subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next. I'll see you in the next video.